Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video, honey. In this video, we're gonna talk about Travis Barker. Listen, guys, do you know that I've always seen Travis Barker, but for some reason, I don't know what's going on up here or where it's going on, but Travis Barker is quite the specimen. He's a fine specimen. Specimen, okay? That's what I'm saying, specimen. Because sometimes I'm saying things over here and you guys are accusing me of saying something else. You know that one day I'm going to have a radio show. One day I'm going to be a disc jockey. And I'm going to be a hilarious disc jockey that helps people to escape their current reality and just find healing and optimism and all of that. Yeah. I'm going to be a disc jockey. Sometimes I have a great sense of humor. Sometimes I have amazing intellect. And there are other times I wonder, like, where the heck is my common sense? You see, the thing is this. If you come over here and you're looking for, the average creator stuff, some days you're going to get it. Some days you're not going to get it. Some days you're going to be like, oh dear, what's going on over here? And some days I'm going to be the person to make you realize that you're normal. You don't need to be medicated. You're welcome. You're welcome. Listen. Travis Barker did a video, a TikTok story, right? And I came across it and I was like, whoa, he's actually fine. Chloe's gonna give up that this year? I would definitely let that bite me. Yeah, I would definitely tap that. He's a fine specimen. I'm like, why wasn't I seeing this before? What was wrong with my eyes? What's going on? Am I okay? Do I have a fever? Travis Barker is a fine specimen. Kourtney, are you sure you want to give up that? Listen, honey, put some blindfold on. If it is the case that he's talking too much, plug those ears. Trust and believe the grass ain't greener on the other side. And if he's on drugs, do you guys know that the internet believes that Travis Barker has to consistently take some amount of drug to cope with his past trauma of the accident, that plane crash and everything? They believe that he still has to take some amount of it. And that is why they were accusing Kourtney of being on drugs. Kourtney, are you really going to give up that fine specimen? For what reason? Is he cheating on you? Girl, would you like me to send you my stainless steel pot? Guys, did you see that video that I did with a stainless steel pot? The Christy video? Yes, I brought out that mega stainless steel. So Kourtney, if you want to borrow my stainless steel, it got weight. You just need a little arm. You just need a little elbow grease. And if a bitch is messing around your husband, you just go swinging, honey. And if you want some help, just book me a ticket. Yeah, I'll come and help you. So I'll do the stainless steel pot and you do a baseball bat. But don't leave your husband. Don't leave your husband. We're getting to the day, the age, and the time when we need men in the home. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. Do not go back to Scott. Scott is a hot mess. Scott's dissect is a hot mess. That has run its course. You're going to fast and pray. Your father raised you to be a Christian. Your mama raised you to be a hoe. But you're going to tap into your father's principle and you are going to fast and pray over your marriage. I declare that you will not get a divorce in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. You will not divorce that man. You're going to stay with him and you're going to love staying with him. And whatever that is causing a problem in your marriage, it be gone in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. No divorce. We don't want to see no more divorce report on this internet. I think people should be sanctioned. Divorce who? Why can't y'all just be like Jamaicans? Jamaicans don't believe in divorce, The husband see another girl and he wants to go have some good time. the wife is gonna be okay. Go have your good time. But you ain't getting this house. You ain't getting these kids. As a matter of fact, you ain't getting the clothes because I was a part of this marriage when you bought those clothes. You're gonna have to buy some new clothes. And then the husband is like, whew, that's a tough choice. Let me stay home. And sometimes they go and the wife holds on. You all need to be like Jamaican women. You want a divorce? Go ahead. Go. But there's sometimes the woman will walk away, leave everything because these men will just cheat on their wives with the bottom of the barrel, some Cardi B's. Yeah. And Jamaican women don't like women who are of that behavior and that nature. It's true. It's true. But you all need to adapt the Jamaican principle. Or I don't know if it's because the people are so poor they can't afford divorce. They're like, we're going to work through this shit together, whether you like it or not. Do you know that there are husband and wives living in Jamaica, and if they own a mansion, listen, the wife will be upstairs living, the husband will be downstairs, and he can't take anyone home. She can't take anyone home. And she's gonna cook, she's gonna cook what she wants. And if she knows that he hates spice, she's gonna make the food extremely spicy. She's gonna leave some for him, but it's gonna be extreme. She's gonna make his life an entire living nightmare until he gives in, yeah. So you guys need to adapt the Jamaican principle. Jamaican people don't divorce. They don't happily get married. And when I say they don't happily get married, marriage is not a quick thing here. It's not. People do get married, but it's not a quick thing. A guy will love a girl and love her all the day of his life and never marry to her. And she will have zero interest in getting married to him. And they'll live together happily ever after. Never get married. Caribbean people Caribbean people are weird. Come to think of it, African people in general are weird. We are the weirdest thing on the planet. Don't ask me. And then when you hear about a Jamaican couple getting divorced, you look at them as being Americanized. That's true. I kid you not. Let me tell you. When we hear about a Jamaican couple who got a divorce, we believe they have been Americanized, and people look at them as such. And to be frank, they lose respect. People lose respect for them. Oh, you're a divorcee? It's like, I think it's coming from the African culture where the family does not believe in divorce. I kid you not. I kid you absolutely not. I have a childhood friend who got married. Her and her husband, they're separated, but they're not divorced. Caribbean people, African people, Jamaican people, they don't believe in divorce. And it's just so it is just the weirdest thing. And when you get a divorce, you have been devalued. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are. It doesn't matter how upstanding of a citizen you are. When you get a divorce in Jamaica, you have been devalued. And I'm not talking about the woman. I'm talking about the man and the woman. No one will ever look at you the same. No one will ever have the same level of respect for you. Never. They'll talk to you, but they're going to trash you behind your back. Can you imagine? All because you got a divorce. But if you stay married and you're separated, they'll still have respect for you. Does that even make sense? Our culture is just the weirdest thing ever. Jamaican people don't believe in marriage. They don't. You have some husband and wife, their routine is like every morning, 6 a.m., they curse out each other. You can't satisfy me in the bedroom. And the husband will say, you don't even know how to do BJ. And the wife would say, let your side chick do it for you. And then they move on to the food. You cooked the food last week and it was too salt. They'll humiliate each other to the end of the earth. But they will never get a divorce. Never. And if you should go to their house and say, okay, this is not sounding good, they would ask you, who invite you here? Both of them are going to turn around and ask you, who invite you here? Be like Caribbean people, especially be like Jamaican people. Humiliate each other to the floor. Don't get a divorce. I don't know what it is. You will divorce in Jamaica? It's very rare, extremely rare. The other day, Chensia made a post where she said, if we get married, we ain't getting a divorce. You're gonna stay over there, and I'm gonna stay over there and figure this shit out. The grass ain't greener on the other side. And that's because of it's the Jamaican culture. Jamaicans do not believe in divorce. They don't. You see, even when when Jamaican men marry women from other countries, and like the woman says to them, "Oh, I'm gonna divorce you," you're not telling him anything because in his head, you should not divorce him. You're stuck together forever until death do us part. They don't believe you because divorce is not a thing for them. Divorce is not a thing for Jamaican people. It's just when you hear that someone gets divorced, oh, that couple got divorced and they got remarried. Do you see how celebrities in Hollywood get married and divorced 3 times and this and that? Whew. If you dare do that in Jamaica, you will be scorned upon. When I tell you, you would be scorned up on, especially in the countryside, honey, you'd literally be a ghost. People would literally avoid you. Marry and divorce 3 times, they're gonna say you're cursed, God doesn't like you. So when you think about those, I think it is coming from our ancestors, and I think it's a form it is tied to Christianity for sure, that I know it's tied to Christianity, but I also believe it's a form of psychology, I remember growing up, right? I remember one holiday in particular. My mommy said, but mommy, sorry, I'm gonna tell the story. So it was an holiday. My father has a bike. He doesn't have a car. So everyone, Portland is a place to be on holidays. Portland, it's just beautiful. So all the luxurious vehicles were passing. They were going to Portland and all of that. And my mom said, this is typical in Jamaica, and don't think she's disrespecting her husband because my mom loved her husband more than life. I kid you, absolutely not. So she was like, I should have married a man who has an expensive car so that he could take me to Portland and I could go to Portland in this nice car with my feet up and have a good time. So my dad was over there. We were outside. My dad was way over the other side of the yard because the yard space is big. And because she's always ranting, my dad was just doing his thing and not paying her any mind. So I was like, Jamaican. So I was like, Dada, because I wanted to stir the pot. I was bored. It was an holiday. We had no money to go anywhere. And I think it was an August holiday because normally we would at least go to the beach, but we don't go to the beach on some holidays because of, the ancestral spirit energy is so strong. Someone always dies. So there's some days when we have to avoid the beach or someone is literally going to die. So my mom was ranting, and she was even serious-eyed about, I wanted to stir the pot. And my dad was over there acting as though he didn't hear her. So I was like, Dada! And my father is like, why are you frightening me? Which I do a lot. And they know when I do it, I'm just stirring the pot. And I was like, did you hear what mom said just now? And he was like, no, what? I said, she said she regrets marrying you because you're poor, you're broke, you have no money. So my dad started laughing because he knows she said something along that line. He knows that I'm just twisting it into my own words. So I wanted him to give his clap back and say, oh, it's not too late. Go ahead. So I was there and he was like, well, I'm not stopping you from marrying someone rich. And then she was like, but if I marry someone rich, who would you have to put up with your dirty ways, huh? Who would you have to put up with your dirty ways? Let me tell you something. If you did not grow up in a household like that, you're missing out. And then my father would come over and pinch her nose and say that one more time. And she's like, I'm not playing. So you see your mom get to be that young lady in love all over again. She's getting the butterflies from her husband. And she was like, I'm not playing with you, cut that out. It was just the warmest thing to see. But as kids, we would stir the pot. But that day, my siblings, I think they were somewhere or they went to an event that I didn't want to go to. Or sometimes my mom would just ask me to stay with her, cause she's like, oh, maybe your dad may go on the road or something. And my mom doesn't like loud. My mom is kind of like me. She doesn't like loud, aggressive people. My dad knows how to intermix and stuff. My mom gets along with everyone, but she doesn't like vulgar people. She doesn't like vulgar people. She's like me, even though I can be vulgar at times, but if she asked me to stay, I would stay because me and my mom knows how to have a good time, okay? We'll be sitting down and talking about everyone and their mamas and we'll be having a good time. But I'm just saying, people should stay married, work on your difference because the grass ain't greener on the other side, honey. And Travis Barker is a fine specimen. He's over there clocking that tea, honey. He looks fine. Hey, Kourtney, send him my way. If you ever feel like you're tired, I'll take him off your hands for you. But on a serious note, you need to do not get a divorce. Work on your marriage. It will be worth it and you'll be glad you did. And Travis, Mr. Travis Barker, if you're doing something to Kourtney, you need to cut it out and you need to pray. Pray. I know you believe in God and after all that you've been through, I know that no one believes in God more than you because no one experienced God like you had. So cut out whatever is going on over there. Work on your marriage and make your marriage work. Okay? Break that Kylie Jenner curse. Break that Kylie Jenner curse, okay?